most guys think being good in bed is all about making a finish and techniques. It's not. Watch till the end and I'll show you the one skill that makes you amazing in bed. First point, stop trying to be amazing. Young guys are always thinking about techniques and like spelling out your tongue, the ABCs with your tongue, like stuff they read about online, and they're like obsessed with making a girl orgasm, and it's a really strange concept when you actually think about it. Like, why are they so obsessed with it? Because I'll tell you a little secret right now. I didn't know this until I got with my girlfriend at the time. So I'd slept with multiple sexual partners before I got with my girlfriend, and I didn't realize this until I got with her. But women don't actually need to orgasm to enjoy sex. Like, just the experience of it is really pleasurable for them. Like, as a guy, most of the pleasure of sex comes from finishing. For a woman, it's not the same at all. It's a completely different experience. It's the build up, it's how it feels during, and then sometimes a woman will orgasm, but that's not, like, it doesn't need to happen for it to be pleasurable and for it to be good. But most young men don't understand this, and so they think that sex for women is the same as sex for men. Now, think about it like this. Men are very visual creatures. If we see a woman naked, we will get horny. Whereas if a woman saw a man naked, it's not the same, So it's just different experiences for different sexes. So stop focusing on what you think she wants. Because chances are she just wants to enjoy the experience, and if you're not present with her, not focusing on, the experience, and you're too focused on what you're doing, I remember online they said I should put 2 fingers in and then do circular motion and then come here and then I should spell out DCBA. Like, oh. You just need to stop focusing so much on what you think she wants and to just fuck the way you want. Because a woman likes a man who takes control. So if you're constantly there trying to make her feel good and trying to pander to her and not enjoying the experience to yourself, then she's not going to enjoy the experience. Because if she can see that you're not enjoying it, and you're too busy fucking doing your ABCs, doing your come here motion with your fingers, like trying to figure out 2 fingers or 1, they just won't enjoy it. Be in the moment. This is a concept called presence, and it's huge in spirituality, and I know it's all hippy dippy shit, but being present is being in the moment and having no thoughts of other things and thinking of just like the thing that you're engaging in, the current activity. And so this means no mind wandering, like thinking about maybe other girls, maybe like a TikTok you saw a couple of days ago, stuff like that, the random stuff that will pop into a young man's head. And another big part of being present is not overthinking and just, being in the moment. But young men overthink so much when it comes to sex, and honestly, it can lead to erectile dysfunction. It can lead to you not being able to get it up because you're so stressed, and so you've overthought so much that it just becomes a really negative experience, especially on first times. And I have not a lot, but I have a couple of friends that have experienced that, and it's just not, it just leaves you with a really bad first impression of sex when it's such a loving, connecting experience. And my mind used to wander all the time during sex before I found meditation and before I started practicing things like that. But it used to just go everywhere, like all the time. especially to thoughts of other women. And if you've experienced something like that, then chances are you've got a porn addiction, because that's what it was for me. Because I'd quit porn, and a couple of months later I started sleeping with girls. So there was still that lingering thought of like porn in my mind and still contaminating how I think. And now I've been pretty much porn free for a while. My mind doesn't wander anymore during sex. And I've been meditating and it doesn't wander. So the solution to mind wandering during sex is quitting porn and meditating. And I promise you, once you do those things, you'll be able to be present and focused in the moment every time. Because if you're distracted, neither of you are going to enjoy it. Like I spoke about previously, if you're not currently focused on enjoying the experience, then she's not going to be able to enjoy the experience either. And if you're just trying to get to the end goal, get to the orgasm, she's not going to enjoy it. And that's not good for either of you. Because sex should be about building a loving connection with someone you care about. And I know there's going to be loads of guys here that are like trying to have casual sex and that. This might actually help with that. Communication. This is a huge, huge part of a sexual connection, especially within a relationship, because every single girl is different, and there's no like universal trick or technique like most Reddit guys will tell you. So it's all about finding what your girl likes, or maybe the girl that you're with is a better way to put it. And so don't be afraid to, ask, faster, slower, or is that good? Ask what she likes. Don't be afraid. Because I remember my first couple of times, it kind of went with it, and the girl was like, what the fuck are you doing? And what are you doing down there? And I was like, I don't know. But you've got to just pay attention to how she reacts to certain things. If she has positive reactions, then keep going. But obviously if there's like a negative reaction, then just adjust what you're doing. And just honestly talking before and after makes such a difference. Because I've gone into a sexual experience before without having that previous talk about what we both liked and what was okay. And it just makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells a little bit. You're not really sure what you can do, what you can't do. And it's a hard one. But if you have that conversation before or after, then, there's no overthinking about it. And you can just enjoy the moment for what it is. But also, talking about it after is an incredible way, if you're in a relationship, to improve your sex life. And not only that, but to make sure that your girl feels loved after you've had the experience. Because if you just, fucking fall asleep straight away as soon as you've finished, then she's not going to appreciate it. But if you're cuddling up next to her after you've both finished, or after you've finished, and you're chatting, she said it was really good, you ask, what did you like? You have that talk afterwards. It's called aftercare, and you basically just make sure that you both enjoyed it, you had a good time, give her some kisses on the forehead afterwards. Easy. That's like number one trick to having better sex in a relationship, at least. So overall, you need to stop focusing on techniques, you need to be present in the moment, and you need to communicate. With those three things, you will be able to have incredible sex with any partner that you get with. I promise you that. But if you do consistently have mind wandering and you're struggling with quitting porn, I have made a full guide on that. It's got quite a lot of views. And honestly, I think it is one of the best pieces that I've ever produced. I'll put that on the end screen. Go watch that right now. Click subscribe. Have a hard day. a great week. Mwah.